I'm going to show you today that we are the Israelites according to the Bible. And that's right. Curses that happen to our people because we didn't hearken unto the voice of the Lord our God.
People want to listen. People want to listen. Come on, girl. I want to see. Nobody want to hear that.
Don't worry about that, sis, because a lot of people come up trying to straighten and can't read this.
You ain't literate.
And you got God and you wouldn't
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So the Bible says, we got this. Listen to the voice of the Lord our God to do what?
To observe to do all his commandments.
So we didn't observe to do all his commandments. Watch what he said about it.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So he said all these curses were going to come upon us and overtake us. So we have to realize that curses are going to come upon us and overtake us. Read.
If you don't let me go,
Curse shall thou be in the city.
He said, curse shall we be in the city.
And curse shall thou be in the field.
So he said we were going to be cursed in the field. So we were cursed in the field.
respect the Lord. Fuck some hell. They know I'm telling you. I got a baby that might hurt my own health. That's crack. You see the I want my $100. You ain't getting shit.
The fruit of thy body.
Y'all put that out, man. Y'all accept that.
Shut up.
We had to hide our kids, baby. Sometimes they'll give our kids to other people. We gonna prove that too.
The Lord shot my own bed.
In the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, in the flocks of thy sheep. Verse 19. Curse shall thou be when thou comest in.
So it said, curse shall we be when we come in. Guess what? When we come into a city like you go to it's the same. You come in on Memphis, you leave, you come in on vacation, guess what? You're going to leave out on probation because that's a curse that's set upon our people. Read.
And curse shalt thou be when thou goest out.
So we were cursed coming into the word and we were cursed coming out of the word. Now let's jump to verse 30. I'm going to show you something real quick.
Verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
When did that happen to our people? Where a man got a wife and another man came up and just laid with your wife. It happened in slavery, right? So they're proving this our people. Keep reading.
Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
In slavery, we built all the houses. We built the White House. But guess what? There has never been a black man, a Mexican man, or a so-called Indian man that ever lived in the White House. Because guess what? It's proven that we are fitting these curses. Keep
That's
reading.
right.
Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and thou shalt not gather the grapes thereof. Verse 32.
Watch this. I want you to tell me who also this happened to. Read.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
When did that happen to us, sis? In slavery, right? So he said our sons and our daughters will be given to another people. And watch what he said we were going to be able to do about it. Read.
And thine eyes shall look and fare with longing for them all the day long.
You seen 12 years of slavery? And you see what they happened to their sister when they took her kids away? She was just crying and crying and crying on the porch. He said, because they guess what? That's proving that we are those same people in the Bible because that really happened. Read.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
And now jump down to verse 46. Because this is what happened. We stopped serving our God and we started serving other gods.
That's right.
We started feeling like we didn't have to keep the commandments. So this was God had to say about us not wanting to serve him. Read verse 46.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So he said these curses were going to be upon us for a sign and for a wonder and for our seed forever. Well, this is how we know we on DB Todd because of this sign, right? So he said the Israelites were going to know that they was the Israelites based on these curses because we didn't take heed to the voice of our God to keep his commandments. Keep reading verse 47.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
He said because we didn't serve him with joyfulness and gladness of heart, man, joyful to keep the commandments. We was always angry. Like we come out here right now and tell a sister, since you're not supposed to wear pants. Who? I paid for these pants. You can't tell me not to wear these pants. That's what? That's not us keeping his commandment with joyfulness and gladness of heart.
That's
so
right.
Guess what he said gonna happen to us? Read.
For the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. and hunger.
So he said we're gonna have to serve our enemies in the want of everything. Since guess what? If I'm low on money and I'm hungry and I need food, who I have to go to? The government, right? Does our people own the government? No. So who we go to? The so-called white man, right? For food stamps. Read.
And in thirst.
And in thirst, guess what? To this day, if we want water, we can't have our own water. This is what they say. It was a so-called white man that said, I feel like, should nobody get water for free, you should always have to pay for water. Even God giving water. So guess what they're showing us? We got to go to them to get water. Read.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness, guess what? Your clothes, where did you get them from? The store, right? Was that an all-black owned store, corporation store? You had to go to your enemy, right? Read.
And in want of all things.
So in everything we want in this life, a birth certificate, a marriage certificate, anything for our kids, help, medicine for our kids, guess what? We have to go to our enemies and get it. Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
So he said he was going to put a yoke of iron upon our neck. This right here, another good example. This happened to our people. He said he was going to put yokes of iron upon our neck, and watch what he say what's going to happen after that yoke of iron came off our neck. Read.
Until he hath destroyed thee.
So he said we're going to keep a yoke of iron on our neck until he destroyed us. When do you think those yokes came off and we were destroyed? When? Well, we didn't know who we were. We didn't know who we come from. All we knew was yes, master, no, sir, master. I'm a Negro. I'm an African American. We forgot all about our nationality. Watch this. I'm going to show you something. Exactly. Watch this. Give me Isaiah 1 and 3. Because the Most High prophesied that we weren't going to know who we are or where we came from. And I'm going to prove it to you right now. Watch this.
The book of Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner.
So the ox is a dumb animal, right? But he said he know his owner. Watch this.
And the ass his master's crib.
He said a donkey know how to go back to his master's crib. If you take a donkey far away from his master's crib, guess what? He gonna know how to get back home. But watch what he say about the black man and the black woman. Read.
But Israel doth not know.
So Israel doeth not know. Everybody on this sign, right? So you see yourself on this sign. What you so-called African American, right? So you will be from the tribe of Judah. Read, watch this. He said, Israel doeth not know what?
My people doth not consider.
So he said we don't even consider where we come from. We don't consider. We just be content with the fact that, oh, we African American. Even though ain't no continent called African American. We say we black, but guess what? There's no country called black. We say we Baptist. I can't go to the continent called Baptist. So keep reading it.
A sinful nation. A people laden with iniquity.
So he said we are a sinful nation, but guess what? We don't care where we come from. We don't care who we are. All we care about is weed, cigarettes, crack, sex, and violence to our own people. But watch this. Give me Jeremiah 17 and 4. I'm going to show you a couple things, and then I'm going to show you some easy commandments that can help you repent today, because that's what we out here to do. We ain't come out here to hop in front of our people, blast everybody, to make ourselves feel like we gods on earth, even though we are. We out here to teach everybody that we all gods on earth. We God chosen people. And the only way we're going to get out of this condition is we come back to this Bible and keep his commandments. Read.
The book of Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself.
So thou, even thyself, sister, you, your mother, your kids, the generation, your whole family, watch.
Shall discontinue from thine heritage.
So it was prophesied that you were going to discontinue from your heritage, meaning what? Your nationality, your way. Let's show her what heritage is. Sirach 16:11. So I'm going to show you what your heritage is according to the Bible, sis. Because heritage is everything. The white people still got their heritage, which is so-called Christianity. The Chinese people got their heritage, their Buddhism. Every nation got their own heritage but us. Right. And we got our, and guess what? We're going to show you today what your heritage is. Read.
The book of Sirach chapter 17 in verse 11. Besides this, he gave them knowledge.
He gave us knowledge. We're going to find out what that knowledge is. Read.
And the law of life for inheritance.
So he gave us his laws, statutes, and commandments for inheritance. Because guess what? By keeping these commandments, watch what the other nations are going to say about you. Give Deuteronomy 4 and 6. Because by us keeping his commandments, guess what? He put us into another level. Yeah, I know it's something to get emotional about, because guess what? This is the truth. Read it.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 6. Keep therefore and do them.
So he said, keep the laws therefore and do them. Read.
For this is your wisdom.
So he said, this is your wisdom. A lot of people think they streetwise and everything, but this is your wisdom. It's all right to Christ says, because this is the truth. This is the best thing on the planet. Read.
And your understanding in the sight of the nations.
So when the other nations see us coming together on one accord, keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments, this how they say this is understanding. And guess what the other nations will say about us? When they see you a strong black woman, standing up for your nation, dressing moderately, you're not speaking out loud and crazy, you're not ratchet, you're not whoring out your body. This is what they're going to say about you, sis Reed.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
So he gave us his laws for a heritage to let everybody know what? We are a wise and understanding people. We are a great nation. So I'm going to show you how special you are to the Lord thy God. Give me Deuteronomy 7:6. Because I'm going to show you how important you are today. And I'm going to show you that the laws that the Most High gave you, so you can come back to your father, your God, and your nationality and be one of the strongest women on this earth. We need more stronger black women to lead in front of these other sisters today, because guess what? Our sisters are destroyed today with rap music, twerking, stripping, selling their body, having kids at a young age. So this what's going to bring the solution right here. Read it.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
So the Most High said we are a holy people unto him. Watch this, read.
The Lord hath chosen thee to be a special people to himself.
So he called us to be a special people to himself, meaning what? Different. He wants us to be a set apart from the other nation. Exactly. Exactly.
They confused about it.
Right. Because guess what? They don't understand why we so different. But I'm going to show you, read.
Above all people.
So sis, always remember this. If you don't remember one thing today, you special above all people on the face of the earth.
That's right.
So that's what we are to teach you, that you special above all people. Now let's get into some laws for it. Give me Numbers 15 and 38.
Bring it out.
Right now, you really in order, but there's only two things you missing. A head wrap, and I'm going to show you the other thing. And then we're going to show you how the daughters of Israel used to roll back then. Watch this, read that.
The book of Numbers chapter 15 and verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel.
He said, speak unto the children of Israel, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, everybody on that sign that fit these curses. He said, speak unto them, and watch what he say.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
So if you look at every prophet's shirt out here right now, they all got fringes in the border of their shirt. He got on a garment. And look at the bottom of his garment. He got fringes on there. Watch this.
Fringes on the borders of their garments throughout their generation.
So he said throughout our generation, we are still a generating people, right? So he said throughout our generation, your kids, your great-grandkids, your great-great-grandkids, everybody should be commanded to wear these fringes. Well, we're going to see what's the importance in these fringes, read.
And that they put up on the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
So every shirt out here got a ribbon of blue in it. Let's see why, read.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that you may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
So we wear these fringes every day throughout our life. We just don't come out here and wear them on Saturday to show off a fashion show. We wear these because guess what? This our covenant with God, that we'll remember to keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. What I do now, I use every fringe for a sin that I used to do. This fringe right here be for me to remember not to smoke weed. This fringe right here be a fringe for me not to gang bang. This one right here be one not to go cheat on my wife and go whore out a sister of mine. This one will be not to steal. So these fringes are for us to be a reminder when we want to fall into a temptation not to sin, because we'll look at our friends and get healing from it.
And do them.
And do them. Remember the commandments and do them. Read.
And that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which you used to go a-whoring.
Because guess what? A lot of us back here, well, we used to be in the world before we repented. Our eyes used to get us in the whole midst of sin. We'll see a sister with a tight butt. Oh, I gotta have that. And guess what? After we have sex, we don't even want it no more. We'll see somebody with nice cars. Oh, I gotta go and rob him. He got money. So our eyes used to lead us into sin, but now we got these friends to look upon with our eyes to keep us not from sinning. Give me Exodus 20. So I'm gonna show you what today. You know what today is? I'm going to show you what today is, okay, according to the Bible. Watch this. Exodus 20 and 8. Because this is what's going to get us out of captivity. Remembering who we are and repenting. What's up,
First of all, I'm curious what made me come over here. What book are you reading out of?
We reading out of the 1611 King James Bible. This is the Bible that's been in the stores for many years. It's even sitting on some of our shelves at home. But we never knew it was talking about us. And guess what? In the courtroom, guess what they make you do before you go on the stand? Put your hand on the Bible and swear to tell the truth and the whole truth and nothing but the truth. But guess what? The laws of God is the truth. And guess what? That's your heritage. So I'm going to show you a commandment that God commanded you to do on today. And I'm going to show you what today is. Read. Exodus 28.
The book of Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day.
So today is the Sabbath day. It's the 7th day where God made everything 6 days. On the 7th, he rested. So he told us to remember the Sabbath day to do what?
To keep it holy.
Remember, he said to keep it holy, meaning we're not supposed to do nothing on this day. And he gonna explain it. Exactly, read.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt do no work.
So he said, in that day, you should do no work. But give me Leviticus 23. So I'm going to show you, if we aren't supposed to do no cleaning, no cooking, no buying, no selling, no working, what are we to do on this day? Are we just to sit at home on the couch and watch Martin all day or Love and Hip Hop? Right. We're going to keep it holy, but it's something else he requires us to do on this day. Read that.
The book of Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 3. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest.
It's the Sabbath of rest, read.
And holy convocation.
So he said it's a holy convocation. The word convocate means to come together. That's why every Sabbath you're going to see all these strong Israelites together keeping the Sabbath on the holy convocation, because guess what? It ain't just talking about rest like, oh, I ain't tired no more. He talking about spiritual rest, because throughout every day in the week we get oppressed by our oppressors. We at work seeing all manner of evil. So guess what? When I get around my brothers, my spirit get a rest, because I know I ain't finna hear no wickedness. I ain't finna hear nothing about gangbanging, stealing, lying, eating pork. I know it's gonna be nothing but righteous conversations amongst us. Read. That's why he wants us to come together as a holy convocation. Read.
Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings.
So he said it's the Sabbath of the Most High God in all our dwellings. Everywhere on this planet where you see black people at, he said it's supposed to be a holy dwelling amongst you all.
Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us, subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcast, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.